Can you go back to your proper old school intro? We talk about a lot how you shed your catchphrase like at the end. Or
what is up, guys? And
yeah, but super go with the what is up. I want to see loads of comments in all caps of people saying, what's up? Like it's the 90s. Did you used to have that constantly on your videos? Do you miss that? I miss that.
Guys?
Yeah, no, when people will be like, what's up, Matt, in all your videos.
Yeah, but people eventually just kind of die off, unless you're getting like a big...
No, you died off. You died off. They want to do it. They want to do it. And you've not been giving them their jam.
I don't even... No, only like 5 people, and then it'll keep going lower and lower and lower until like only one person is saying what's up in the comments below.
I'm going to go, oh yeah, right, yeah, that's why they did it, because it's say what's up in the comment section below.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going 2 years back. What do you think your video... if you put up a video 2 years ago to the day, what do you think it was?
2 years ago? It's probably some Guild Wars 2 news dose video, probably.
Nope.
No?
No.
Probably no video?
Pokemon Black and Blue. Peter's Pokemon game.
Are you serious?
2 years ago. Not to the day, but pretty close.
Wow, that's like the beginning of what visual review is now. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. There's some good jokes in there. A little cringy, but some good jokes in there.
Whatever happened with this old... Oh, you're a bit bigger in this video. And you're rocking the mohawk big time as well. Why did you get rid of your original intro?
What do you mean? What's up, guys?
With the with the clouds and the the epic music, and then it pops up youtube.com MattVisual.
Oh, because I don't know. I just wanted to rebrand everything. And I think this one is a lot quicker and has that whole Simpsons feel going on, which I like.
You're holding a pepper, by the way. How do you feel about that?
I'm holding a pepper?
Yeah. You could have created hot pepper gaming right here, and you didn't. Oh, and now Bill Cosby's on the screen.
Pokemon.
Should we just do this? Should we just review each other's old videos on mute for a whole podcast?
No, we shouldn't. What is up, guys, and welcome to the VisualWood podcast, episode number 55. I'm here with the beautiful, the elegant.
What's up?
What's good? Welcome to the Christmas episode. We are going to brighten up your life. I know.
Do you want to hear something terrible?
What?
I'm going to have to keep my voice down for this. I haven't done any Christmas shopping yet. And
Me
I
either.
fully intend to do it online. And we're recording this on Friday the 19th. Which means there are literally 3, possibly 4 working shipping days for stuff to arrive.
Yeah, you better pay for that day one
Amazon
shipping.
Prime, I got it for free, baby.
Yeah, you do the same thing I do, right? Hold on, we should be saying this out loud.
Well, no. What do you mean? I didn't scam my way into it.
Oh, what did you
How
do?
do you scam your way into Amazon Prime? Do you really? Can we not talk about it? Can we talk about other podcasts?
We could talk about it after the podcast.
Wow, this is a real thing, really? Okay.
Well,
They gave it to me for free because I bought a load of stuff on Amazon, and they were like, "Here, look, have it."
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll talk to you after the podcast. Guess who we have here?
Oh, Christmassy! Hello.
He's our special guest. He will be here, sitting here for the podcast. He can't talk other than jingle.
All right.
But, he's here.
Didn't we used to jingle him before the start of each feature?
Why do you keep messing that up? We only jingled him like before the questions, and now you're he's everywhere.
I thought it was like a common thing that we'd have a bell between each thing.
No, you kept saying it, and I kept jingling, and that's what happened. I was going. Yeah, I was just.
We'll get some of that retro feel in there. It's still kind of weird to me that we've been doing this a year, and that we can look at like last year's podcast here today. You know,
were we just talking about Guild Wars 2 news?
I don't remember talking about Christmas with you at all. What did you get last year? What did you get from your wife for Christmas last Christmas?
I don't think we got each other anything. I mean, I know
say that. What if she got you something really thoughtful and nice, and you've just completely?
Well, yeah, we got little stuff, but the thing is, we used our money to go down to Miami. To see my mom and my little sister. We've been making that a thing, but this year we're not going to be able to do it because with the move and buying stuff for the house and all the extra bills.
Let's talk about this a bit. I mean, we talked about it a lot last podcast. You've still been very busy. I want an update on the bath situation. I also want, you know, the news of the fact that someone had actually died in that house or whatever.
No,
and this
no
is why
one
it was
died,
so cheap.
and we just don't use the bathroom.
What do you mean you don't use the bathroom?
We just don't use the shower. We have three bathrooms, dude. One upstairs.
But that's a whole room wasted. Are you,
what
be
do
honest.
you mean? It's a bathroom. Just
Are you gonna fix it though?
Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna redo the whole tub, hopefully.
Yeah.
My I was about to say my mom. My wife's my wife's dad can do that type of stuff. So we're gonna pay him instead to do it.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you say you're gonna fix it. You're gonna pay a guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna help. You know, I'll throw my
make
my
some
hands
coffee.
in there. Yeah, I'll throw my hands in there, do some work. You know, get down on my knees. It's all good. But that really does go with the audio adventure, I think. So we're not going to be talking about the house for the first 20 minutes like last time.
Well, I was going to ask you, before we go into that, this is only vaguely related to the house, but something I'm curious about. Here, if you ever have a worker come to the house, like in England, it's like super like customary. You always have to be like, hey, do you want a cup of tea? Do you want a cup of tea? And they'll be like, oh, yeah, thanks, love, this is great. And then they'll have their cup of tea and they'll stand about and they won't do any work for a little while. And then, they go off back to their business. And that's like, it happens every time. And you have to do it almost. It's like in the culture. It's super polite. You have to. I'm wondering, in the States, if you hire someone to come in and do some work, is there that whole thing? Except with, like coffee or like a hot dog or what?
Nah. We just kind of, they just come in and they do their work and then that's it. I mean, you could offer them stuff. Sometimes they ask to use the restroom or something like that But no, we don't have like coffee and cookies and everything laid out for them.
Dude, you should come live here. It's a much better place to work. All right, come on, give me the audio adventure.
Yeah, it's there.
I know, but give me the rundown. What
okay,
am I...
well, okay. So I have actually two. All right. So the first one, I felt like the first one was true to the audio adventure, of course, but I felt it was missing a little bit of spice. So I got a second one. That I will tell the story of when everyone listens to it.
Right.
But the first one here is I guess, can I say a delivery? All right, I'll give you a hint. It's a delivery of something for the house.
All
okay,
right.
And you have to figure out what it is.
Why is it called Audio Adventure 1218?
Oh, that's just when it was recorded.
Oh, okay, all right.
Or when I roared it, I guess.
Okay, all right, I'm going for it. I'm going to get these first time, you watch.
All right, so I messed up a little bit. I forgot to record them coming in, but it's fine. It's fine. Here we go. There you go. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. I'm Susan. I'd like to confirm delivery. Mr. Dawkins, delivery satisfactory?
Yes.
Great. Did they call before they arrive?
Say again?
They call you before they arrive at your home?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dawkins.
And, I guess that's it. Oh my gosh, 10 minutes. Oh gosh. All right. Bye.
That was a 10-minute recording. Are you serious?
Yeah, that was a 10-minute recording. I was like, oh man, this went so long. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so first of all, it was very entertaining hearing you talking to the lady.
I cut some of it out, obviously.
Really?
Yeah. So, because she's gonna say what she delivered and stuff, so I have to cut some of that.
What? And you don't want people to know about all your, your beanbag thing, right?
Yeah, no, because that's the point of the audio adventure. What was delivered to me? What was
delivered?
Matt's house right now?
So, I mean, can I reach a bit around here? I mean, so this is
no. You get 3 tries. Don't try that. Don't try that. Don't try that. You always do.
So what would you have
hard on me?
Is it something I can really logically figure out? It's something you have delivered to your place.
Yes.
After you've moved in, that you wouldn't have had at your old place. Am I still on the ball?
Stop trying to reach. You're cheating.
No. Well, look. I mean, I just
go.
What do people have sent? I mean, furniture.
All right, that's 1.
What? What do you mean? All right, if it's like a cabinet or anything, that counts as furniture. Right.
Right.
Okay. Now I know you already had a TV and all that kind of stuff, so it's not going to be that. That's not my guess. It sounded like you were in some kind of like I don't know. It doesn't matter where it sounded like you were, does it? It doesn't matter.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's something I talked about before getting.
Yeah, you said you hinted this to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I feel terrible. This is me like being a bad friend now.
So it should be easy.
How long ago did you tell me about this?
The last time we talked, last week.
Oh no, what, on the podcast?
Yeah, on the podcast.
Oh,
and off podcast.
And off podcast.
Yeah. I think.
Was it ever in text or was it while we were actually talking?
I think both. I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh,
I know. I remember saying it.
All right. I mean, what? But like maybe gardening stuff because you didn't have a garden before.
Nope. One more.
That was a good guess, though. You got to admit. That's pretty logical. What are you doing with your garden?
Delivery for garden stuff? I don't know.
Well, you could be having a shed delivered, and you got to like put it up.
Okay. Stretch, but okay. Last one.
Is it like?
All right. Come on. What do you get delivered to a new house? I guess it's different in the UK, but what do you get delivered to a new house if the house does not have it?
Well, I don't know. A house could not have a lot of things. You've suddenly got loads of rooms. Like,
okay, I'll give you a bigger hint. It's an appliance.
It's an appliance. Oh, but there's so many. Which one specifically was it? We're talking white appliances here. We're talking something like a dishwasher or a tumble dryer or a washing machine. It's one of those. Or was it a fridge freezer?
Is that your final answer? You have to lock in now. You have to lock in.
It's one of these. What was it? I think I'm going to go washing machine. Wasn't your washing machine on the fritz?
You got it.
Yeah?
You got it. Yeah. It was a washer and dryer. We went to Brandsmart to order one. We decided to go with the new one.
Deal? What's the deal there then? Why did it go on the fritz? I can't remember. Is this really a story we talked about in the pod?
Well, no. I told you that I needed to get a washer and dryer, and it's gonna be very expensive.
Is that it? And I didn't ask you why or anything.
Well, I don't know. It was part of the conversation, probably. I don't know. And then but I told you, so there you go.
Did you spend a lot of money? Did you spend a lot of money on it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did.
Really? You believe in, pay now, you don't have to buy another one for 10 years, something like that.
Right. I'm more that type of guy, more like go to the store, get, in-house warranty, something new that's going to last us for a very long time. That type of stuff. I'm not really a Craigslist type of guy where it gets it on the cheap and then ends up breaking on you or someone sells you a bad product. I don't want to do any of that.
Yeah, but I think everyone wants to be where you are. It's just whether you can be in that position in the first place, A lot of the time, you're forced to go with the cheaper option and just hope. And sometimes it pays off,
If you have bad credit.
Yeah, but, think about people that, spend loads on their wedding. You're one of those people. You spent loads on your wedding. Right,
and I messed up my credit because of my wedding.
Right? So, and then, imagine if you'd had 2 or 3 kids at this point, accidental or not, that's a lot of money. All of a sudden, you're under a lot of stress.
True, definitely. No, I'm not saying that
and then
people
those
shouldn't,
kids,
but I'm just saying I'd rather do that instead. I mean, I'm not even getting Christmas gifts. Like this Christmas, no gifts. We're getting each other like because we need to get stuff for the house. We need to make sure things are. I'm not going to a laundromat without no car. That ain't happening.
Oh, Matt, you got to get someone a gift.
No, what do you
get me a gift?
I gotta get you a gift, really.
Yeah, I got you a gift.
When? When?
Well,
not
it's
last
not
year.
Christmas. I'm not giving it to you till Christmas.
he's a liar. He just said before the podcast that he hasn't bought any gifts this year.
Oh yeah, damn.
Ooh.
I think there is actually audio evidence of that.
Yeah, there is.
Oh no.
Okay, now
Right,
this is not
one.
much of an audio adventure for guessing, more of an audio adventure as an adventure. So go ahead and open up that sweet
what does
present.
that mean?
This is my Christmas gift to you guys. Oh,
Is it? Wait. Has it got the same name, or did you send me the same file?
yeah,
twice?
no, it's all goody at the end. But also, I want to that bang you heard when you of course they didn't hear you say that. Like, oh, you look like you hit something. That's me banging my leg against the washer because I'm opening up the door for him. And I banged my leg pretty bad against the washer as it was coming in. I was like, oh. And I was like trying to shake it off. I was like, you know, I ain't gonna cry.
Yeah, that does make sense, actually. Yeah, okay, now that I think about it. Because it's... Yeah, all right. Okay, are you sure this is a different... Let me listen to this. Matt, I think you sent me the same file twice, bro. Oh, no, wait. No, you didn't. I'm just an idiot. It's okay, you can cut all that. Okay, here we go.
All right, just to warn you guys, there's gonna be some cursing in this. There's gonna be some nasty stuff in this recording. Not from me, but from who I'm recording. I'm gonna show you my neighborhood. So you know, your ears have been warned.
My hands are cold as fuck.
Never come inside and eat your booty. Hey, y'all. Y'all know how I just opened my Coca-Cola, and we was walking, so it's shaking, and I can't do nothing about it because I'm holding the bag, you know? So this shit, I just see, like, they don't got no fucking taste in it. Or she listening to water, what the fuck? You know what I said that. Shut the fuck up.
You want this shit a bad, you know?
But I just Alright. But I'll beat your pussy though. No, don't do that,
What I told you? 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 You didn't believe me, huh? You didn't believe me? Hey, we had the most wretched neighbors we ever had, huh? You didn't believe me, huh? And that's a VisualWood audio adventure.
The two of them were literally by the bus stop fighting, like fist fighting, like men. Just like boo, boo, you could hear the blows.
And then just walk home together in
and
the
they
same
just
house?
walk, they just, and then the other two are instigating, like, oh, snap, oh, he get it. And then they're like yelling, fight. Like literally in the middle of the street. Like, fight. Whoa. And then this guy passes by, she drops her soda, and the guy was like, the guy picks it up for her. She's like, thank you, sir. And then he's like walking away. He's like, you all right? She's like, call the police. One of them were like, call the police. Getting crazy out here.
Wow, okay, it's over.
All right.
What the? You're gonna have to... Go on.
I have to edit in, of course, before people are going to hear it now, but I have to edit in that bad words. Yeah.
Jesus. Dude, so wait.
First
of all, I feel kind of bad because I couldn't really understand anything she was saying.
Right? All right. So I wanted to really show people who didn't really understand what I was talking about when I meant wretched and how this place is.
I love that you said wretched there, by the way. I think everyone thought you were trying to say ratchet last week, which also would have been applicable.
Well,
such a good word.
So wretched. Anyways, like I wanted to show everybody how it is when these people are like just doing their thing. Now, these are 4 girls that are fighting with each other while we're walking, right?
The fight always called "Ooh Goody," by the way.
Yeah. Oh goody, because I get to actually bring you guys into my world. This is why people call me what did someone call me way back? A self-hating monkey? That I hate black people?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what someone's called me like way back when we started the podcast. It's not that I'm a self-hating monkey. It's that I don't like this. This is what people think about black people. This is what it is. And it's just like...
Wait, so was everyone fighting black in the street there?
Oh, of course. What do you mean?
I wasn't even assuming that.
Oh, yes. This is a little taste of the hood. Now, it's not too bad here. Man. It's not as bad as I thought it was here. It's only when certain people are outside. So what's the story here is my wife was coming home late, and I told her to call me when she gets off the bus, and I'll go run to her. Oh,
so you're like an escort back?
Escort back, yeah. Just in case.
That's very manly, Matt.
Yeah, well, because I don't want her walking out alone.
What a hero
at night.
What? That sounds really pleasant out
So I was running there, and then I hear this noise, and I'm like, what is this? Like, what's going on here? And then I these 4 girls are just like yelling at each other while they're walking up the street, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Were they like friends? Or I mean, obviously they're arguing, but
all right. I'm getting into that. I see my wife in the back, right? Keeping her distance while holding a couple bags. So I take the bags away from my wife, and I was like, I got to get this for the audio adventure. Come closer. And she's like, no, I don't want to go close. I was like, it's fine. They're not going to do anything. And I just get closer. And so we're walking at
you're such a creep. Okay.
And I have my phone out recording them as they talk. And you're not going to understand some of the language because it's like
I understood some foul language.
Yeah, like it's straight up hood talk at that point. But and of course, you know, I'm recording on a phone. That's the best quality I can get. But you could kind of hear what was going on. You know, bad words were flinging around. I got some really good moments. I try to edit as much because that was like a 5-minute recording that I reduced down.
The effort you have gone to for the audio adventures this week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I went far. So you know, I could explain all I want, but giving you guys an audio adventure of my neighborhood is always really good. And it's funny because when I said something, I hinted this at on Twitter. Someone said, "Oh, you should just go to the park in the hood, and you'll get some interesting noises." And I'm like, "This is pretty much what I got."
Oh, dude.
So they were fighting each other the whole way, calling each other names. Two girls were fighting each other. But the other girls were instigating with each other, as well. So
like going, "Oh, damn! Don't let him say that." And stuff like that.
Right. And at the end, you can hear one of the girls yelling. The same girl who was like, "Oh, let me eat your booty," and all that type of stuff that was yelling. Yeah, she's the same girl who was yelling, like literally yelling in the street. I like big booty boy, and like saying all these, screaming out rap lyrics. It was so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. So we're going near our house now, and guess what?
What?
They walk straight into the house right next to us.
Really? No.
So
really,
and that's when I turned around. I said, "Baby," I said, "Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you our neighbors are wretched?" Because I kept telling her. I said, our neighbors are straight up like ghetto, straight up from the hood.
Dude, I mean, you got to be kind of careful. I don't know how well you can play the "I'm black" card with the kind of things you say.
What do you mean? I'm ghetto? Man, you see, you're not from the U.S., so you don't hear those words very often. But
okay.
It's very common here. Ghetto.
No, okay, wait. So this podcast, you have established that you really don't like the people in your neighborhood, and they are indeed your precise neighbors.
Yeah,
Why don't you go over there and give them like some pumpkin pie
it's
or
not
whatever?
all of them. It's not all of them that are like that. Just it seems to be. It seems to be.
You were gonna say some, and then you wanted to say majority, didn't you?
No. Some.
Okay,
But this neighborhood is generally a little bit weird. But there are some nice. The people who are okay. Those are the people who have cars and they don't come outside. But I'm not that rich, so I don't got a car yet. Well, I'm gonna get a car, and then all this is gonna be avoided. It's like going to the Kroger down the street because it's 24-hour Kroger, and you go there at night, and just all the craziness comes out. All the craziness. You see a couple white guys in business suits, but they're really quick to get out of there.
Just staring straight ahead. Just go.
They don't pay no mind. Oh my gosh.
So let me ask you this. In all seriousness, how unhappy does this make you about your house purchase?
I'm used to this. No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
the
really
house
don't mind.
itself, like, there's no they don't bang loud music or anything like that. They're all probably not like that.
They just sound like kids, to be honest.
They're kids, exactly. It's probably a phase that they go through. Some of them don't
I think you
get
should
out
go
of
over
that
there and
phase.
tell them that you're cool.
Some of the I've said hi to some of them.
No, but go hang
there's
out
literally
with them
like
and stuff.
20 people that live in that house. I haven't seen any adults except for one older woman. One older woman that said hi to me, and I was like,
wait, what?
Yeah, she was very civil. She went inside the house, and I was like, it's like you're different than any other person that came
You
out
just
that
said there are
house.
20 people in that house. What are you
Dude,
talking about?
They go in and out, a bunch of dudes and a bunch of younger ladies. Just in and out of the house constantly. I've seen them hanging out.
Are you painting a picture here of you just staring out of your window? Super creepy, like.
No. Every time I go out, like they're always hanging around, especially on the weekends. They're always hanging around, and that's why I always walk Marjorie home, because there's some other people that are around this place as well. And there's this house like down the street from us that's like has all these skulls. Imagine a house just filled with different types of skulls all around the house.
That sounds pretty cool.
Okay. All
What?
hanging on these chains.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Dude, no, that sounds really interesting. Go on. Why do you think they did that?
I don't know, and
Do
I
you think
don't
it's
want to
to keep
find
people
out.
away?
I won't be knocking on that door to sell some Girl Scout cookies. I'll tell you that.
No, yeah, that's really good though, isn't it? It's like, imagine if you are
Audio
in a rough
adventure
area.
to the crazy.
Yeah, the scary house audio adventure. Dude, that's such a weird idea, because like I reckon it would be genuinely quite freaky, and you probably would stay away.
Yeah. The best thing that could happen is like go up and everything is normal. They just have.
Yeah, I bet they're really normal inside. What if it's like a burlesque house?
I highly doubt that they would be normal, but yeah. I'm pretty sure they're normal. Like
At least we need like a
they open a
picture
door
of
and
this
it's
guy.
just like really dark behind them. Like you can't see anything inside the house.
You knock on the door, and then there's a pause, and then it just creaks open on its hinges. Yeah. And then just like a cold draft hits you, and you're suddenly aware that though it is winter, it is colder inside the house than it is outside. And you stand there with your fingerless gloves, shivering. Do you dare enter? Dun dun dun.
No, I'm gonna be like everyone else in the movies and run away.
Dude, I've been watching so many horrors lately. No one ever runs away. No one ever runs
You mean?
Okay, moving on. So, I guess I'm doing the audio adventure next week. It's going to be a huge letdown.
Compared to this?
Yeah.
Well, I had to
definitely.
outdo you because I thought the last week audio adventure was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I did give you the warning that, that's about as good as it's going to get. Should we retire the feature at its height?
Right. Right. No. This was a special Christmas gift for everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone got a good laugh out of that.
Yeah. So talk to me about this. This is uploading on. Are you going to delay it by a couple of days so it literally goes up on Christmas, or are you just doing the normal day?
No. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on Sunday. What are we talking about? Behind the scenes right now? It's gonna be on Sunday.
No, I think. Well, it would just be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, maybe you can do it and then put a disclaimer at the start. Wood and Potatoes doesn't want you to listen to this until Christmas morning. What a good gift! You're not getting anyone gifts except the internet who get the gift of the VisualWood podcast.
Oh, well, I'm going to get my wife a little something, and she's going to get me a little something. So we ask
Did
each
you
other.
do that thing where you're like, oh, don't worry, babe, don't give me anything this year. No, I really don't need anything.
Yeah,
and you both
I'm
say
not
it, and then you look at each other, and you're like, you're going to get me something, aren't you? So I still have to get you something. Did you do that thing?
It's more like she's going to get me a gift regardless if I want it or not. I'm a type of guy, I can stay without getting a gift. I don't have to get a gift. But she just wants to get me a gift because that's just, like, it's Christmas. You're going to get a damn gift. She doesn't want a gift, but I'm going to get her a gift. That's not going to happen.
Oh,
that's not
this is
gonna
so
happen.
lovely. What about cards?
Yeah. She likes cards. She used to collect all the recording cards I used to get her and the ones that have songs in it as well.
Do you know what's really depressing? Maybe, did you have it when you were at school? Obviously, you have, like, a huge group of friends, you know. Not everyone, obviously, but, you know, people. You tend to find late high school, college, whatever. You get very popular, you know, a lot of people. And the Christmas cards it's just like insane. We used to like hang tons and tons all down all the doors with like sellotape and stuff, and you just they'd be coming in by the bucket loads. And then the really depressing thing is the aftermath years, which is like each year later, it's like, oh, less cards, until it's just really close friends and family. It's like, there you go. Couple of cards this year.
I mean,
I've never really cared about them.
Man, you got to spend like $7 on some of those good ones.
They're such a swindle. Like, really, I know I sound like an old idiot right now, but honestly, cards are so stupid. But people seem to really care about them. They're so dumb.
What do you mean they're stupid?
All right, I can understand it being like a heartfelt thing that you might make, you know, like in arts and crafts class when you're like 5 years old. That's probably the most heartfelt cards I've ever done, the ones that you make yourself.
Right.
They're just go into the shop, paying for some overpriced paper that already has a sentimental message written inside it with a pretty picture that you didn't have to pick out. Just make sure you get the friggin' age right if it's a birthday card or whatever. 2X, lots of love, X, kiss, 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 boom, done. Like, it's so thoughtless. And
what
people like go over the moon.
The one that actually, you know, goes with your life or whatever. I always get the funny ones. There's no point in getting one that's very blank, for me anyway. That's very blank. I like the ones that are funny and they make a joke about something that's like an inside joke.
Yeah, but you're supposed to fill the blank. I guess if you get really lucky and you've got an inside joke, it's like, oh, when we first were dating, I had a dog that ate a pretzel. And look, this card, oh, look, it's got a dog eating a pretzel. If you can do something like that, then fine. But, like, the chances are so low, you may as well just make your own. I don't know. I think it is really dumb.
Before. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I think you should,
back, years ago.
See, it's so much nicer. I mean, the thing is, I have no artistic talent anymore, so, like, it would look like a 5-year-old made it still. I used to, like, sellotape 2 bits of, like, I'd get, like, 2 bits of card, right? And you'd have, like, a blue bit of card, and then you'd have, like, a pink bit of card or whatever, right? And you'd get the pink bit of card, and you'd cut, like, the edges around. Do you remember, like, cutting, like, borders around and stuff?
Yeah.
And then you'd glue them together, and you'd fold those bad boys in two, and then what you get is you get a blue card on the outside, and when you open it up, it's got, like, little red pages on the inside. That is the schniz right there.
And now I know what to get you for your for Christmas.
A handmade card, dude. If you got me a handmade card, we could post it online and then sell it on eBay.
Right, because that would go for more than 1 cent.
Well, I mean, I already sold my hourglass
and a picture of you.
You can have my PO box and the photo of my assistants.
It's like
my assistant's
PO box. PO box. That's
I don't even know if we have those here.
Man. See that audience? See that? That's not
what?
Even right. It's not even right. So what you been doing, man? What you been doing?
You know where I live. What have I been doing?
Yeah,
you're damn right. I don't know. Watching a lot of films. Mad Max was the most recent. Do you want to do movie club now or not? I mean, I really don't have much of an answer to this. GW2's been like pretty interesting, but I totally dropped the ball on the Winter's Day stuff this week, so that was kind of lame. They've added like a new quest where you just run around collecting mails.
Grim Rock.
Oh yes! Oh, let's talk about this. So you've been watching Grimrock?
Hey, dude, you coming out with episodes too long. I mean, too slow.
Too slow? What do you mean? Well, look, you're experiencing Let's Play-itis, where you watch someone Let's Play, and you literally get to sit there for 9 hours a day watching their videos, and then all of a sudden it comes crashing to a halt.
Yeah, and you taking too long. Okay, I don't want another filler episode.
One a day, 20 minutes a day is good. That's a nice balance.
No, it's not. minutes.
Oh no, you sound just like my audience now. We want an hour long.
I know.
Dude,
I'm doing this for them. It's fine.
If you were into the Final Fantasies, those were really long. Those were like 40 minutes a day. That's probably the most I've ever thrown it.
Final Fantasy 2. I don't know if I want to experience that again. It was fun to play. I remember I beat. Those are games that I beat them both, and I enjoyed both of them for their own reasons. But I don't know if I want to relive. I don't know if it was that good for me. Part 2 was that good.
Do you know what has me really annoyed? Okay,
Right.
They had Final Fantasy X, right?
Mm.
Then they had Final Fantasy X International. Then they had it re-released in HD on PS3. And this is what I played. And now they are re-releasing the re-release, all right, on PS4. And it apparently is going to have exclusive new content.
Why is every game being remastered and released? I don't understand.
I think maybe it's a cultural thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just like, hey, well, why not have your game on every platform available? You know? And I can kind of understand that, can't you? It's like, oh, the PS4's out. We can just upsample this even higher. You know, start running it at 60 frames. Let's tack the odd little thing in here or there, you know. And there you go. You get more content. And I just... That throws my LP in such a horrible place. Because I'm like, this is like... big-headed or whatever, right? But I'm like, this is definitive. You know, I've done as much as I possibly can. I've covered everything, all the special features and content, stuff like that. It's like, oh no, never mind, lol, PS4, let's do it. Here's another version. And there'll be like a special international version of the PS4 remaster, of the HD remaster of Final Fantasy X original. It's just going to be so dumb, dude. So now I'm sad.
Are you going to do it? Are you going to buy a PS4 just to play Final Fantasy X?
No, I do want a PS4.
I was about to say.
No, but I do want a PS4, and I think, honestly, the day that I get one, it would be really cool. I'm going to make a promise here, or an idea that's never going to come to fruition, but, you know, whatever. I think it'd be really cool when I get one to actually get the game, and then see what the new content is, and, you know, even if it's months and months and months down the line, where everyone's forgotten about the LP, just to be able to put up a random video and be like, hey guys, check this out, this is like a little bonus thing. Many months later, look, this is some new content that they put out in HD. I've just had fun replaying the game, you know, some thoughts. I think that'd be kind of cool. But
how much of the original audience do you think like a year from now, let's say a year from now, after you finish that LP, a year from now, you put out a video, do you think it's the same audience watching that video? I wonder.
Oh, there's no way it is.
Yeah, like I think so many people come to your channel and leave.
Well, I don't think they completely leave. It's really weird because I do 100% consider myself mostly Guild Wars 2. I know who are watching me. Most people who watch my other LPs, they're Guild Wars watchers. But every now and then I'll be doing an LP and I'll be like, oh yeah, you know, I'll mention like something that was going on in Guild Wars 2 but in a different game, right? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, that probably doesn't, you probably all know what that means, guys, anyway. And then I'll get all these people who are like, no, I didn't give a poop about Guild Wars 2. I subbed ages ago when you were doing Tomb Raider Underworld or something. And I just wait for like an actual LP to come out. And I'm like, so they are there. I don't know. It's just with my habits, I move so quickly. I was talking to you about another LP I was watching the other day, right? Who came back and was all very disappointed.
The guy who complains about everything.
Yeah, and it was like, oh man, when did you become such a censored person? You know, why? Jesus, man, like get over yourself. And that was really sucky. But you know, I do that all the time. I'll watch someone, I will hoard on their videos, and then I'll be like, actually, you kind of annoy me now, bye, or something like that. And I have no hang-ups about the fact that happens with us as well. Yeah, that's right. I'm including you as well.
Oh, it happens with me. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching you.
I'm pretty sure it happens with everybody. It's like,
I was watching you 4 months ago, but since then, I mean, I'm just like, I'm so over it.
That's when the Guild Wars 2 video stopped. Huh?
Yeah. I mean, I stopped for Guild Wars 2 and just
like everybody else. Oh my gosh, we're going to a dark place. So
yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, definitely. So the Serial podcast. Did you write that there, or did I write that?
You wrote that there. I didn't listen to it, and I still feel like a bad friend. So, do you want to explain to everyone?
It's fine. I'm used to you being a bad friend.
Don't you tell me you're used to being a bad friend.
Yes.
No, don't.
Yes.
No, we're not doing this.
Yes, you know it's
what
fine.
What do you mean?
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm a good friend. You know, I'm a good friend. I just I hold many interests. I did like a thing with my hands
I even put on Skype like 2 hours later. I was like, I said, you didn't watch it, did you?
You seem so offended by that.
You didn't watch it, did you? And he was like, nah, I was doing some stuff. And
all right, sell it to me. Sell it to me. Seriously, I'll listen to it.
I'm not gonna sell it to you, okay? All I'm gonna say, I've been really enjoying this podcast. This is a podcast. It's not like something you have to catch up on. It's I'm not explaining it for you. I'm explaining it for the audience.
Yeah. Pretend I'm not here.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend. It's like 12 episodes right now, and the first season just ended like a couple days ago. So I got into the podcast probably at the right moment. But
do you want to say what it's called for people?
Yeah, it's really cool to follow this woman as she goes through this case, and she has live recordings. What's the name of the podcast, Matt? Huh? Say again.
What's the name of the podcast?
Serial Podcast. I said it.
Oh, is that actually its name?
Yeah. It's called the Serial Podcast. It's by the people who made This American Life. It's like a radio show where they tell a story. This one, they're telling a story about a man that went to jail 15 years ago, and you don't know. He was like 17 years old. I think it was 17 years old. Yeah, and people don't know if he killed his ex-girlfriend or not, and there's this whole thing where he can't remember the day, and it's a lot of craziness. So she's trying to see if he was wrongfully accused or not, and she's talking with him. She's recording everything, all her fines. So you're getting like live recordings.
Oh, this does sound good.
And you're following it with her. This is live. Like, this is not something like she read out and she's recording and then she's releasing it every week. No, this is like she includes conversations that happen in that week. So it's like you're following with her. It's
to be clear, this is fiction.
No, this is This is real. No, nonfiction.
This is non-fiction.
This is
real.
This is
about a real guy.
This is about a real guy.
Oh wow!
This is a true story. Yeah, it's not. It's a true story. That's the.
How is she allowed to release all that information? I don't understand.
I know. I thought about that many times because she's like.
Are you sure it's just not very convincing and it is in fact fiction?
No, it's nonfiction.
Okay.
It's nonfiction.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you?
Now
think?
You're questioning me now. It's
Yeah, well, no, because you've really got me interested. What?
It's not. Yeah.
What's your opinion?
I thought it was great.
No. I mean of the guy.
Oh no, I can't. No, you have to.
What? What is?
No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you like what happened.
You think he did it, didn't you?
Huh? No, I don't know.
How is it coming out in seasons if it's friggin' non-fiction?
No,
a woman actually doing.
It ended.
Oh, it's completely over, is it? Why'd you say
that first
one?
season, and then they got funded for the second season because people loved it so much. It's Serial is a podcast where we unfold one nonfiction story week by week over the course of a season. See?
Is it just a retell? Is it basically fiction, but this is based on a true story?
No, it is a nonfiction.
All right, I believe you. Okay, I'm 100% there with you.
It's a
honestly.
nonfiction story about a real case. She's talking with the person as well.
Wow, this is awesome.
It is, and I felt like it's almost like, hold on, has this been done before? I'm like, yeah, it has been done before. This is probably just in a different way, but it's so good too. I don't know. I got addicted to it. Do
you think that before this, you've ever been someone for like that kind of radio play, audio narrative kind of thing?
I've always been into books, and then I transferred to like some audiobooks sometimes when I don't have time to sit down and read. So this was right up my alley
as well.
Yeah, and I love crime. Me and my wife love to watch crime stuff.
You love crime?
I love crime.
Crime.
It comes with criminals. Anyways, yeah.
Oh my god, it's outrageous. It really is. I am offended.
I wonder how many people, like I do that so much. I wonder how many people it slides by and they don't even recognize what I'm.
They do. We're all painfully aware of it every time.
I asked a white guy who watches my videos, and I like the Key and Peele, the shock humor, it gets you, I guess, desensitized to racism and stuff like that. The stuff really exists, for people who, I guess, I mean, in the UK,
strip it of its power through humor. Yeah, no,
yeah. Like it happens still, but I rather laugh about it. And I like this type of humor. And I asked him, I was like, do I make you feel uncomfortable when you're watching my videos? Because I can make jokes about whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm not gonna feel bad for it. I'm like, it's a joke, and I'm not really. Oh, I hate black people. Really, like that doesn't make any sense for me to say that. But anyways, I asked him, and he's like, I've never felt more white than when I'm watching your videos, and I was like, wow. It's like, well, there you go. I mean, that's just recently that I made a couple jokes that were like straight up, like, oh snap, I can't believe he did that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
reviews.
But yeah, okay. Serial Podcast. Go watch it if you're interested in that juiciness.
This week's VisualWood sponsored by the Serial Podcast.
They're actually sponsored by and it's weird the way they put it in the intro. Email Chimp? What?
Do they weave it into the story?
No.
Excuse me while I just get my Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Fish flavor.
No.
All right, back to the interview.
No, it's not that bad.
Movie
Club.
Good. All right, okay, Movie Club,
Max.
head to head. This is the battle of the century. Christmas versus me versus Matt. Titans of movie criticness. Let's do it.
I've been trying to like everything that not like everything, but I listen. Sometimes I've been listening to some podcasts and some people, and they constantly complain about everything. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I really don't.
But you are like that.
But I'm not. I am not.
All right.
Like
so
that.
Tell me what was good about Mad Max, 1979. Mel Gibson as a young hottie.
It was very interesting to see him so young, man.
It's crazy.
I didn't recognize him at all. Didn't recognize them all. I was like, wow, is this Mel Gibson for real? So the first thing I thought about was the trailers that came out for the new one. I'm like, why is it called Mad Max? Like, why? Like, you barely see him do anything. He's just like this blank character.
What are you talking about? There's a whole bit where he's like, you're mad, man. You're mad, as he walks off like a badass. Come on.
No. I'm talking about the new trailer.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I didn't know anything about Mad Max. I've never watched the movie, nothing. I watched the trailer for the new one. And I was like, why do they call this movie Mad Max when, like, in the trailer, he's not doing anything. He's like this blank character. And then I watched this movie, and I was like, oh. He becomes Mad Max because of something that happens in the movie. Now, we're going to spoil it because YOLO.
No, because it makes sense. You had a very angry comment on the last podcast.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Matt, I love you, but damn it, spoil it, okay? This is the reason why.
Come on, it's the 70s. Everyone knew we were going to watch it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So what's the plot? Give us the plot.
No. All right. Well, basically, I guess, yeah, that's right, spoilers. All right.
All right, this is it. It's getting good. Right,
I didn't look up. Did you wiki it? Because I didn't look up the world, but I can tell you about the story. I didn't because in the new one, it seems to be like a very desert area, and there's like nothing going around. So I'm assuming something happened. This is like
actually, last podcast when we were looking into it, you said let's watch Mad Max, and I said to you, oh, yeah, that sounds pretty good. I've heard of it. It's post-apocalyptic, isn't it?
Right.
I thought it was post-apocalyptic. References I've seen to Mad Max before suggest that. But actually, this movie is not that at all. It's cool. It's set like in and around Sunnytown or whatever, but I think it's supposed to be really vague, the geography, the kind of society that exists and stuff. Because, you see cities. You see some semblance of, policing and stuff. But in the end, like, it's really weird. Where do you even think this is set?
Right, I don't know.
Did you know?
I know it's Australia. So
no. There's accents all over the place.
But it is in Australia, though.
I guess what was it? Shot there, filmed there, produced there?
No, it's an Australian film.
Okay, sure, but like there weren't just Australian people there.
Right, you see the cars.
There were a lot of American people.
It was
there.
all on the right hand side. The wheels and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think it's just supposed to feel totally.
No, but it is Australia. It is Australia. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. We'll go on. So that's sort of the setting for everyone.
Yeah, future Australia
like a road,
as well.
It's like a road movie. Okay. It's a lot about cars. It's a lot about gangs. It's
All right.
Go on. So you say the plot.
It's there it is kind of post-apocalyptic. It's a major energy crisis has happened. And like
really?
law and order had began to break down, and low
I never picked up on any of
fuel.
that.
So that's why in the film you see they're like, oh, where did you find these parts? You know, to get that nice engine and stuff like that for his car.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's kind of in that area, but there's still like green grass and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's like most of the movie takes place on roads in incredibly remote regions, fields as far as the eye can see. And every now and then you get vaguely close to a city or see the existence of one or whatever, but like very little of it actually takes place in urban environments. It's like gang warfare and violence and stuff, but not in urban places, in rural places instead. You know, on these really long sweeping roads where people have these incredible chases and stuff.
So
what
did you
it's
think?
got like. It's a really rough around the edges movie because it is 79, and it really feels rough around the edges. When I was watching it, there's a moment where Mel Gibson's like cop buddy gets roasted. The language is so beautiful. I love the setting. Okay, the setting it's also sort of alien and weird, and they have all their their own vernacular and language that they talk about. It's very like Clockwork Orange almost. It's like one of the lines, and I actually wrote it down to mention on the podcast. One of the lines that the bad guy says at some point is he's like, "Oh, what an idiot! He takes to the water for a dummy." And you're like, what does that mean? But then you realise it's because he shot like this dummy and he was going to dunk his head. And it's just kind of weird, you know. They're using like terms like gooses for like the cops and bronze and skags and stuff like that. It's all really really cool. It does like transport you into another world. But
is that a reference? Is that what Borderlands is referencing?
Yes, Borderlands is like heavily, definitely, it's got to be. This kind of cultural, this kind of idea. I'm sure there must be a term for exactly this style that we're looking at. It's actually a style I've never really experienced before, but it was really enjoyable. And it took me a long time to warm into the movie. I thought it was really terrible for a long time, but I slowly started picking up things.
Yeah.
When you start looking through the haze of like, oh god, some of the shots are so bad, and the music
the
is
cuts
like proper
though, the cuts
old-timey.
are very like. It misses the punchline sometimes.
Yeah.
With stuff that
it
happens,
totally does.
and you're like, hold up, what?
Yeah.
You know, and what the biggest punchline that it misses is the end of the movie. It just ends.
Yeah, it seems weird. I mean, it is a climax, right? But it feels like it's not distinct enough from the rest of the movie, where ultimately a lot of other kind of dark and gritty stuff's happened anyway, you know?
Right.
But
a lot of the scenes are kind of, you don't really see what happens to the person. And it's not shot in a way that you really care what happens to the person. You're like, oh, you have to kind of guess. Like, I don't know. It's shot really weird. It's in the old times, so you can't really complain too much, I guess. But if we're gonna review it, then beyond
the general premise, so that it's actually a very basic story you've got going on here. It's literally you've got bad guys on the roads, cops are against them. Cop wants to get out of the game once his friend, gets iced. He's like, I don't want it anymore. I'm going to become a monster if I spend any more time on those roads. And then, it gets personal. He decides to take vengeance and he hunts them down. That's the story. At its core, it is a fun story. It's probably one you've seen in other movies before. But I think it is worth a watch.
Yeah, it's pretty old with that. So you can't really say like, oh... I don't know if this was the first one to do it, but...
Oh, no way, but it would have been a bit more fresh around then. You're
yeah,
right,
definitely.
What do you think the movie did best? I have so many opinions on this movie. What did you think it did best? Because you're kind of meh to it, right? Am I? I'm a
little meh. The reason why I'm a little meh is that it's called Mad Max, and you're waiting for Mel Gibson to deliver that twisted madness, because I felt like the villains were the ones that did well, right? They were crazy. They were crazy, and it was almost a little cringy crazy, but it was still crazy. They're licking each other's face, doing really weird
making
stuff.
cat noises and hissing and stuff.
Yeah, and it's not like act crazy stuff. It was like these guys were getting very uncomfortable with each other, and that's the stuff like. That makes you feel like, oh, they're crazy. Like I think it's The Hills Have Eyes, where you just feel like very uncomfortable. Yeah. And I think that's what it did well. Now, when it comes down to Max, I felt like there's a point where, he's going to turn, right? His wife dies, and you're like, okay, this is it. This is what we've been waiting for, and it delivers. And then there's a scene, like, it doesn't fully deliver. Like, you're waiting for it to kind of like hit it. And there's this scene where he gets out the car and he's unsure of himself all of a sudden. The only scene in the movie where I'm like, this is out of place. Like, he's mad, right? He's supposed to be angry. He's supposed to be...
I don't think you need to look into the title too much.
No, dude, come on. He's supposed to be going crazy, and he's like looking around and he gets shot in the foot. Like,
hey, tell me this as well. I think we might be making a massive mistake. Isn't this a movie franchise? Wasn't this the first of multiple movies?
Yeah. So it's a trilogy.
So all right. So do consider, obviously, with everything we're saying, if this is just the start of his transition into, you know, madness or whatever. And I guess more of that background story about the universe and stuff comes from the subsequent movies, which we haven't watched, admittedly. But I'm so glad what you said that the movie did right. I completely agree. To me, the best thing Mad Max does is it shows intimidation really, really well. You see these like nutballs with, you know, in their gang and their cars and stuff, intimidating people, being aggressive, being violent, coercing people to do what they want just because they have a show of force. And you get to see all these ordinary people react, and they do it so realistically. Like right near the start of the movie, they're going to find the coffin of a guy who died, like, at the start. And they like, approach this guy, accost this guy at the train station. And he's so realistic, you know? It's head straight forward, trying not to, you know, get on the wrong side of these people, trying not to say too much, trying not to say too little. And they're being intimidating as hell. And you can tell that this guy's scared, but he's also got a very brave face on, a very flat face.
Right.
You can see it, and he moves around. And then... at some point there, he's like, oh, they got the poor bastard, you know, just trying to appease the gangs or whatever. And then all of a sudden he, like, jumps at him. Like, and there's so many moments throughout this whole movie where it's these people being intimidated, and the reactions to it, it was all so realistic, so well done. I think that's definitely what they did best. Go ahead.
Yeah, it almost, that part right there makes you feel like, oh my gosh, like, these guys are, like, the worst. Like, don't you know when you're walking down the street, right, and you see like a group of people, you're like, oh, I don't want to mess with these guys. I'm going to walk across the street. Those are the guys. Those are the guys that you walk, because once they see you, they latch onto you.
Yeah,
and you remember that guy who starts running away? He starts running away. He's like, no, I want nothing to do with this. And the leader of the group was like, oh, no, we're going to get this guy. And everyone just like goes up and starts chasing the guy.
The car.
Oh, yeah. And they turn him into one of them. And I thought this was great. Like, they made him crazy, and you could see that. And I was like, okay, I like where this is going. I like this type of stuff. So there's a lot of things like that. It's like, man.
Did you? The thing is, there's like a lot of car stuff in the movie that put me off. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of, you know, on a very basic level, this is an action movie. I know a lot of people in their 40s, 50s. They love motorbiking. They love all this stuff, and I reckon they freaking love Mad Max just because it's all, you know, car chases and motorcycle gangs and stuff like that, and explosions and crashes.
I wanted more action. Like
you wanted more, yeah?
Yeah. I didn't like. I felt like a lot of the deaths were. It just didn't do it.
It was so corny, dude. Some of the stuff, like there's this bit where one of the motorcyclists is like driving along, and suddenly like this huge lorry comes out of nowhere, and he rams head on into it.
Yeah,
and
his eyes pop out.
Yeah, they have these ridiculous shots where his eyes are getting wider and they pop out. It looks like it's something from a Looney Tunes cartoon. Yeah, and then he just gets like smashed, and you're Max like, just drives on by.
And you're like, oh, hold up, was that just the leader that just died? So like. I'm like, okay.
You're right. Like, it totally falls down. And this is the last thing I wanted to say. I'm actually crazy excited about the remake. Because all this stuff we're saying that's kind of bad, like this haze, this 1979 dating, they've actually got a really cool style. They've got a really cool world. They've got an interesting premise. And then you look at the trailer. The trailer for the new Mad Max looks crazy. It's like all cinematic. It's like, hey, let's do 300, but with cars and great giant, you know, battles like this. People leaping and stuff.
I'm glad I watched the first one to kind of get a gist of what Mad Max is. One point I want to make though, the reason why I didn't like this scene where he's like, it seems so out of place compared to the first scene when he's being very intimidating and he's pulling the guy from the mechanic, and like he put like the whole car on the mechanic and put him back up. He's like, where are these guys? Blah blah blah. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's very scared. And he gets shot in the leg and blah, blah, blah. And then I felt like maybe it's a Mel Gibson problem. Maybe he just didn't do that part right. You know, because it would have been a lot better. And then what happened is later on he gets up, right? And then it gets back into like the Mad Max feel. Yeah, like he's like getting up on his leg. He doesn't care.
I can shot in the leg. I can drive. It's cool.
And then he drives, and then there's this a better scene where he's so happened to have the guy with who lit his friend on fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
this is the end of the movie,
right? And I felt like there needed to be more there. I felt like that shouldn't, like, the ending just didn't have the punch for me, and I was like, oh wow, it ended. Because I don't know, I felt like I missed something there. I was like, where's the punch? Like, yeah, the explosion, but I don't know. I felt like there was a little bit more going on. I think it has a lot to do with the boss battle, as we like to think about it. The main guy, the leader of the group, just died so stupidly. You're like, oh
yeah,
oh okay,
because I don't know.
And the transition towards it was just a little wonky there. Like they didn't finish the movie or something like that.
I feel like there's stuff I missed about it as well. You know how the like evil gang, they all kept making cat noises and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice there are also like loads of birds in the movie? I feel like it's trying to say something with having like the gang being cats and then having birds all the time. Like people die and birds start picking at their bodies, or there's transitions. They suddenly show you a crow for some reason. Right. Did you notice that? This cat bird thing constantly?
Well, didn't they make crow noises as well? I thought they made crow noises as well. And almost
maybe
it's like it's because you hear them saying, you hear them making those noises every time you'll hear that crow noise. You'll think like, oh, maybe one is nearby.
Yeah.
And I think I heard a crow noise before he got shot. When he was looking at the guy who, like, that whole scene where
maybe it's just the whole like they're just supposed to seem really alien, and it's like they have their own language. Like some of the dialogue is really exquisite. There's a bit where one of the cop guys, he's like, "You're a winner, Max. You're on the top shelf." Just stuff like that constantly throughout the whole movie.
Crazy stuff. Yeah. I thought it was enjoyable. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna be mad. Like, it's not gonna be another
Mad Max. Ooh, the remake.
I don't think it's gonna be like another Transformers Ninja Turtles thing where I was like, oh my gosh, they messed up the story. Even though I wasn't that serious like that, or RoboCop thing. I don't think I would be mad if they switch up the story. I know the original guy is writing this Mad Max, so I mean, you shouldn't be too worried about it.
Do you know like the circumstances of the remake? Is it a total retelling, a remake, or what? Do you know?
I think it's a remake.
So we're gonna have the same plot essentially.
I think it might be a retelling actually, because he's writing it obviously. So I mean, it might be a little bit more.
Who's doing Mel Gibson? I mean, there is gonna be a Max, I presume.
Yeah, it's not Mel Gibson, obviously. It's another guy like that kind of, he has that same empty look face, like Mel Gibson had.
They found the empty look.
Yeah. They casted that empty look real good. So it's weird because you don't see, like, you barely see him in the trailers. For the two trailers that I've seen, you barely see him. You see him and he's never talking. He's never saying anything. It's so weird. So weird.
Do you think we've talked about this movie a lot? Do you think Max is the focus of the movie just because he's in the title?
Was Max even the focus of the? I guess
it's a really weird question, isn't it? Because I don't know the answer to it.
Yeah. Anyways, well, that is our opinion on Mad Max. You guys wanted that full length.
I think we did a good job there, dude.
Yeah, I know,
we had
right?
a good little chat about it. Unless we've like totally missed like a load of stuff about it. It's an old movie as well. It is weird because I just know that some people would really dislike this. I was sort of, it took me a long time to get into it myself. Like, I really don't think it's that amazing, but there's a lot of interesting stuff about it. I think a lot of people just watch it for car crashes, really. And if you want to watch it for that, then go for it.
Yeah, the cars are like paper in this movie. Like, literally paper.
It's ridiculous.
It really is. And back then, I'm pretty sure the cars were made out of like full-on metal. Like, it was really hard to bend those things.
What are you talking about? No, car safety was much worse historically. There's videos on YouTube of like a car from the 80s in a head-on collision with a car of today. And, they're going the same speed, same weight of the two cars.
Gosh.
And you literally just watch, there'll be test dummies in it or whatever, but you watch the 2000s to 2014 car will literally plow completely through the old car, which will buckle instantly, just crumple. Anyone inside would have been completely slaughtered. And today's cars are way more durable. I don't know.
I would hope so with technology.
Yeah, they just have better designs. Everything about them is way more sturdy, and it's shocking to see just how quickly old cars would crumple. Death cans, they really.
I don't think it would be like Mad Max though. Those guys, those cars better be like from like the dirt derby or something.
Oh, I saw this thing as well of like, you know, like tank traps, you know, like posts that you can basically put in the ground that are just supposed to stop really heavy vehicles. I saw like a 12-wheeler lorry loaded with cargo, like was supposed to weigh tons and tons and tons, driving at this immense speed, and it just tried to get over like this little bump thing that these people would put in the road, and the entire lorry just gets impaled by this thing and comes crashing to a halt. Just this incredible tonnage coming at this massive speed, and this barrier is just so powerful, like cased in so much concrete in the ground. It just, oh, that was such a cool video. I'll link you that, and we can put that in the show notes if you want. It's so good. We don't really
Make
do
sure
that
you
very
link
much
me because people are like,
Yeah, I
where's
will.
the video?
I will. I'll find it in a
Where's the
second.
video? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna say we forgot, right? Because we never do that. This week's movies club is gonna be The Hobbit 3, Part 3, the one that just came out, still in theaters. That's right, we're gonna do a new one. So I guess we would have to kind of cut spoilers. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Hopefully, a lot of you guys get a chance to watch it within this week, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, do we have a riddle?
I don't have a riddle, and I'm scared to open Chrome because I've got loads of YouTube tabs open, and they're all going to play loads of loud noise. So
let's do the questions.
okay, I can't read those either because
You don't have it up.
we don't even have any. Did we? I thought we didn't pick any because no one's
There was
asking at the
not.
moment.
There wasn't much, but there is one. But
Alright.
Eric, man, I believe that's how you say that. Also, what do you guys think about Elite Dangerous? What do you guys?
Elite Dangerous. What's
Elite
that?
Dangerous. I've been finding it really enjoyable. I remember you two sounding excited for No Man's Sky, but seeing as that's going to be a PS4 exclusive.
Seeing as that's going to tank miserably. ...
I mean, it's weird because we don't really know like what it's about. We just been seeing all these little cinematic trailers.
Well, there is info out there. It's just you've got to actually look for it. Everyone just gets excited. Oh, procedural
No, but I want to see it
worlds.
though. I want to see it. I think it will. It's gonna be something. I don't know if
Which
it's gonna be
game are we talking
revolutionary, but I think it's gonna be something worth playing for sure.
Which one are we talking about though? No Man's Sky or Elite Dangerous?
No Man's Sky, but Elite Dangerous. I want to get into it. $60 right now.
What's
so
the
I
idea?
have to wait a little bit.
I've never heard of this, Matt. What's the idea behind the game?
Elite Dangerous is kind of, I guess it's kind of like No Man's Sky. No, well, it's not. It's not. It's more like they drop you into a world. All right. I'm not too big on Elite Dangerous,
Okay.
so I don't know like every single piece of the old one because this is they made Elite Dangerous Frontier. I think what was highly acclaimed. A lot of people enjoyed it. It was like very pixelated back in the day. I played it a little bit when I was young, but I can't remember much about it. But I remember it just having that space immersion. But in this game, you just have this whole universe to explore. It's more of like an explorer. There is combat, of course. You have your ship, and you. How do I explain it? I've watched like hours of gameplay, but I can't really explain it. You can there's these videos online that I can link you to the guy who's doing like who made it, and he was putting out these beta videos. But you see him going to smuggle some cargo, and how he can turn off his system and let his spaceship kind of glide, and so no one can, so because he's stealth. Right, so he stealth his spaceship, turn off all the systems, and you can actually change all these gizmos on your ship. Like you see like the front.
So it's more about space flight and stuff.
Yeah, I guess exploring, cargo, selling to the black market.
And this is a game that's out, is it?
Yeah, it's out already. It was out
Full
on the
price,
16th.
$60.
16th, and you see this guy turn off all his systems and glide. Then he takes the cargo, and then slowly turns on his system just to push off a little bit and just slowly get away from like the police. It's weird, like it's crazy the stuff that you can do. I don't know if it's gonna be like something like Star Citizen, because Star Citizen is this huge thing that they're developing for like years and years, and it's gonna come out. It's gonna be like beautiful looking and all that type of craziness. And I'm just I don't think Elite Dangerous is selling. I think they are selling ships. It's just not as much as Star Citizen. Star Citizen is
Wait, are you talking about microtransactions now?
Yeah. Star Citizen, yeah, they don't like I'm just letting people know. I don't think Elite Dangerous has those. I think they do sell ships, but just not as huge as Star Citizen. Star Citizen, you would pay like, I don't know, like $200 for a virtual ship. Okay. I think maybe $1,000 for some of them. I may be over exaggerating that one. I have to look up into the store again.
Maybe people get so offended when that kind of stuff becomes an option.
You're okay with that?
I don't care. I really don't. If they want to put like, it's like, didn't Eve put like a monocle or something in the game at one point? It was like a $500 thing or something. So if it's purely cosmetic, you know, and it's just some fun thing.
It's not cosmetic. Ships are big old crazy ships. Like these are
okay. Well, if it affords you things you can't otherwise get without sinking insane amounts of cash, then yes, okay. I do start to take issue with it.
Yeah, these are all different ships, and they have different crew limits. Here's one for $265. Here's one for can I switch? Can I switch here?
You're selling them ships now. Is that what the podcast has become?
More than over $400. Let's see. Wow.
Shopping.
There's ships for over $400. Okay. Wow. Star Citizen, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I agree with that, but I guess I would still play it because that's probably the only thing of its kind. And that's probably why they're charging all that money for those ships, so they can get as much as they want. I do agree with you in some point. Like, if you have the money and you want to do it, sure. But...
All right, let me, for example, like GW2 added these earmuffs to the gem store recently. 5 gems, that was all they were, right? One of the lowest price things they've ever done. If they cost 50,000 gems just for some earmuffs, people would be outraged, but I wouldn't care. I actually think, you know what? Fair play to whoever actually spends all that money, because it doesn't matter ultimately. You know? But people get really, really nasty about stuff like that. Very offended by that idea. And it's just like, whatever. It's just, you know, if there's some sucker out there that's actually going to spend that much money to do it, then why not, you know?
But if someone has a advantage...
Yeah, but if obviously this is strictly cosmetic, you know, they can then sell that and stuff.
These are not cosmetic. I'm pretty sure maybe you'd be able to get the equivalent, but not. It won't look the same. Maybe I could be wrong, totally wrong. But I just
in that case, it is cosmetic.
Yeah, in that case, I guess, yeah. Hopefully, you would hope. I guess you won't be able to get it right away anyway.
Oh yeah, and then you.
So it's like more of a time exclusive thing. But I'm pretty sure people won't be spending $400 on something that they can get otherwise in game. I'm pretty sure maybe they might be equivalent in game, and things might change too. They might change it like, oh, equivalent in game or blah blah. But they are the only people who are doing something so huge like this. They can do whatever the heck they want, and guess what? People are still gonna buy their game, just like every other big company out there. They can do whatever they want as long as people play their game, as long as they get money. They can get away with this type of stuff. That's just how it is. There's no outcry for it at all, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is just cosmetic, and you just get it really fast. But for Elite Dangerous, just to answer your question, I haven't played a lot of it yet, but it looks really cool. It doesn't have a single player mode, so it's only online for people who want to know. And you're just a ship exploring, and it's just, you could actually go to your like own solar system, and you see like the Earth and like space stations. You can land at space stations and stuff like that. And later on, they're gonna add the ability to walk around and stuff like that. So I would see how that would go. But from what I know, you can't land in planets or anything like that. Like you can't it's not like No Man's Sky.
So you're exploring, but you can't actually land on the planets. This seems kind of.
It's mostly space stuff. I think there might be space station stuff that you can walk around in, which would be ideal. I think. I don't know. I like that type. I like seeing my character. I don't know.
Well, it's kind of one of those things. Maybe your character is the ship in that game, and then it changes things a little bit.
Yeah, true. I always like an avatar. I always do, because I don't know, it gives that feeling of, you know, you can go. It's like, imagine Mass Effect, but in a open world, right? And with a massively open world with people playing in the game. Can you imagine you having your crew and you're landing down and you're,
getting in the Mako, baby,
and
driving
socializing with
cliffs.
other people and stuff like that.
Socializing?
Yeah. It's like an MMO-ish type of thing.
I don't want to socialize.
You just wanna play by yourself.
Yeah, hang around alone.
Mm-hmm.
Single player all day, every day. Single player Halo.
All day, every day. Wow, that's the first. That's the first time I ever heard you say something like that.
First time, yeah.
Yeah, well, that voice. I'm not talking about you playing by yourself.
Right. Yeah, I think maybe that's you rubbing off on me. What else have we got on the podcast? Because I was thinking of a nice outro for us.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, all right. Well, no, the outro is you're in it too. Let's since it's the Christmas pod, let's sing Jingle Bells.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. So what's the lyrics? Let's see. Jingle bells.
Come on. Oh wait, do I know the lyrics?
I said the same thing to myself. Jingle
Come on, I know the
bells.
start. You can just join in, okay?
Uh-huh. Lyrics. All right, go ahead.
All right. Jingle bells,
Jingle bells, Batman
jingle
smells.
all the way. Wow.
Jingle
What fun it is to have on a one-horse open sleigh.
No, you're
hey,
singing it wrong.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
It's supposed to
jingle
start
all
with
the way.
dashing through the snow. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the hills we go, laughing all the way. Ha ha ha.
Ring antler as you do it.
Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing and sleighing songs tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to...
Whee! Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a lot of gifts to open and you're spending time with family and you're eating good food, getting fat, wearing your sweatpants.
Getting ready for that New Year's resolution.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is get cut.
Get cut? You should come over to my neighborhood. You'll get cut.
Oh, my God.
Woo!
Jingle bells, jingle bells.